salam.
Brother Babak Huseynli, welcome. And before everything, many congratulations on a historical victory, which your country, your nation, you are enjoying right now. And trust me, we Pakistanis are similarly enjoying your victory.
Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
How it feels now?
It feels amazing, you know. I think we thought that it would never come, but
Hmm.
Alhamdulillah, it's a victory, and sure, again the flag of Islam, it's waving in Karabakh,
Hmm.
in Azerbaijanian lands, and
Hmm.
it's amazing. As a someone from Karabakh, I am actually
Hmm.
from Karabakh. It
Yeah,
feels great.
that's great. That's great. So you are among the people who were waiting for this victory for long because you are from Karabakh.
Exactly. Yes, it's you know about 30 years ago
Hmm.
we were forced to leave our lands
Hmm.
again to come back to the same lands. It's
Hmm.
amazing, amazing.
So, tell us a little about the history of Karabakh. But before that, as we were talking before this program, uh, it's Nagorno-Karabakh. So, Nagorno is in Russian for mountains, right? And
Exactly. Yes, it means.
you were sharing a very beautiful description of the name Karabakh and the similarity with Pakistan. I would like to hear it again from you.
uh, you know, we usually call Karabakh as a pearl of Azerbaijan.
Hmm.
And when you come back to history, it has been like a art center of Azerbaijan. As like today, our president announced that
Hmm.
Shusha, one of the main city of Karabakh,
Hmm.
will be named as an art center of Azerbaijan. It's like a
Okay.
culture center. Yes,
Okay.
and when you talked about the Kalabakh in Pakistan, which
Hmm.
I have discussed with a lot
Hmm.
of friends from Pakistan,
Hmm.
uh, it's exactly the same words and meaning is same.
Okay.
They have the same, like a black garden.
Hmm.
And when we come back to the history,
Hmm.
in 19 in 70s, when
Hmm.
Nadir Shah Afshar, a great Azerbaijani emperor, when
Hmm.
he marched to this Indian subcontinent,
Hmm.
he took uh, some armies from Karabakh,
Hmm.
exactly, and they went there. And in Afghanistan, for example, they have created two Karabakhs, and I think the same reason. There is also in Pakistan. There is also Karabakh.
Yeah.
It's Karabakh is amazing.
Hmm.
It's unsplitted part of unseparated part of Azerbaijan.
Hmm. Hmm. And tell us about the political history of Karabakh. Was it invaded by Armenia?
Yes, exactly. I think we can say that even before 1990s, in
Hmm.
1980s, something like this, the
Hmm.
Armenian first they started to to break up the peace in Karabakh region. They started killing, shooting people, and in almost in 90s they started these aggressive actions against Azerbaijan, and they committed a lot of crimes, which we can say that one of is Khojali genocide. It's like a black day in Azerbaijan's life. They attacked with guns. They killed a lot of people in Karabakh side, and they forcefully captured our lands, which was kept under occupation just like 3 months back. It's uh, I mean, even over the 30 years, Armenian aggression didn't stop. They tried to create false white history about Karabakh. Alhamdulillah, we even in international arena they were lost, and in in 90s, over the 5 years, and continuous aggression carried by Armenians in different cities of Azerbaijan. Like as our Mr. President said, when you go to Karabakh, especially this Fizuli site, we didn't even find the building to put our flag on. They, they destroyed buildings, they destroyed graves, they destroyed mosques, they keep the pigs in our mosques. It's open source information which spread on internet, and but alhamdulillah, over these years we didn't stop to keep our eagerness to come back to our lands again. And as a part of this, 3 months ago they started to shooting, uh, and they started this aggression again. And as an answer of this, Azerbaijanian army did a perfect operation, did anti-terror operations against terrorists. And as of today, we are in Karabakh. Yes, I cannot hear. I think I cannot hear you.
Hey, uh,
Okay.
can you
Yes.
hear me now? I
Yes.
said
Now I can.
that 3 months back you said enough is enough. Now we are coming back on our lands, and you just entered in your lands.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm,
Uh, again, as a person from Karabakh side,
mm,
we think that our dreams came true.
mm,
And I cannot believe it, because when the Armenian aggression started, and when the city which I belong to, it's Khojavand, which
mm.
was kept and captured by Armenian forces, I was just 8 years old.
Ah, okay.
Now my son is 8 years old,
Mashallah. And you
and
and you gave back him the city.
yes, yes,
Mm,
Alhamdulillah, it's
Alhamdulillah.
it's amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And we are back. I am back with my son.
Mm, mm, mm. This is great. This is great. I can exactly feel because, as you know, that Pakistan is going through similar kind of problem in Kashmir. Half of the Kashmir is occupied by Indian occupational forces, and for last 70 years, we are waiting for the liberation of Kashmir and for the liberation of the people of Kashmir. And our hearts, like we 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 are not two separate nation, Kashmiris and Pakistani. Our hearts go together. We feel their pain. We feel the occupational pressure which they bear, and we feel uh, what they are going through. So this whole episode which happened in Azerbaijan, uh, in Karabakh, is a hope for us that one day uh, the same episode will repeat in our neighborhood and Kashmir will be free, a free land.
Inshallah, on my Facebook profile, I have a lot of friends from Kashmir,
Hmm.
and you know, Kashmir and Karabakh,
Hmm.
they both lived the same fate.
Yeah.
But the reality is that
Hmm.
if you are right,
Hmm.
and if you are right, it means that you will gain it. You know,
Yeah.
it's but we on international arena, even from the perspective of our country, we always condemn the
mm,
Indian actions against the
mm,
Kashmirs. It's even some days ago, they,
mm,
we saw it in Karabakh. You can't,
yeah,
maybe you can carry your aggressive actions for some
mm,
years, but at the end, at the end, uh, it should live with the real owners.
mm.
It's
That's right.
it's it because aggression is not just to capture a land. Aggression is
Yeah,
also to make a crime against the people who live in these lands.
yeah,
It's
that's very
We
true.
saw it in Armenia, and we clearly understand your pains,
Yeah,
and we carry same feelings.
thank you, thank you. And brother, there are two things which mostly people they don't know about Pakistan and Azerbaijan's relationship. There are two very important things. One, that because of Azerbaijan, Pakistan never recognized Armenia as a country. We are among the countries which we don't recognize Armenia as a country because of the conflict of Karabakh. This is very important thing which everyone, I guess, should know about. And the second thing, the Karabakh issue, the similarity between Karabakh and Kashmir, people were not aware about it. And the third and very important thing, that Iran is your neighbor, right? And they stood against Azerbaijan everywhere, and they were supporting Armenia. This is
Uh,
unfortunate.
the Yes, yes.
This is very unfortunate, by the way.
It's I think when you take the perspective of Iran,
Mm,
as you might know, there are up to 40 million Azerbaijanis who
mm,
live in Iran,
mm,
and we call this right now we call them Irani Azerbaijanis. They live
mm,
in Azerbaijanian cities. In the past, you know, even on videos, we saw some scenes where uh, the trucks they are going to Armenia through Iran side.
mm.
But I want to believe that
Mm.
these actions will change. It's
Inshallah.
it's a Muslim country,
Yeah.
and because when we want to bring the peace
Mm,
to the Islamic country, we
mm.
don't need to find it very far away.
True.
Karabakh was just on the border of Iran.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's we have to first bring solution to our neighbor and then
Mm.
go to search it in Palestine.
Yeah. I
It's what
agree.
we say.
I agree. I strongly agree. And I have
Yes.
objected while talking to some experts on Iran when we were having a podcast like today we are having. I was talking with them and they were advocating the case of Israel, Palestine. So this is issue of Ummah and this and that. And I asked them, okay, guys, very well. The next door neighbor, Azerbaijan, is out of Ummah. Why are you standing against them and supporting Armenia against them? Are they not a part of Ummah? They said yes, but there are political. I said, okay, then it is not a matter of Ummah which you are doing in Palestine. It is a matter of, if Azerbaijan is a political matter, then Palestine is also a political matter. Don't uh, confuse it with the issue of Ummah, or it is not an issue of Ummah. So I'm
Exactly.
happy. I'm happy. And there is a very wonderful picture I can show you here in the stream. I wonder if you can see this picture. People are celebrating the victory on the streets of Azerbaijan, and there are Pakistani flags in their hands.
I I want to touch something which I
Yeah.
have shared a lot. Azerbaijanian history and Pakistan history, it's very close and very mixed to each other.
Mm,
It's actually it started in even in 19th century.
Mm.
We talked about the Karabakh in Pakistan,
Yeah.
and later we found out that the people, the
Mm.
Nawabs of
Yeah.
Karabakh,
Yeah.
they actually went from Azerbaijanian side right now in Pakistan in 9th century.
Okay.
I am thinking maybe they were on the path of bringing Islam.
Mm.
And then when you come to Azerbaijanian Emperor Nadir Shah Ismail Safavi,
Yeah.
Azerbaijan, it was Azerbaijanian emperor, and on his time, he sent some thousand soldiers,
Mm.
Qizilbash soldiers. We have
Mm.
in Pakistan Qizilbash families.
Yeah, Qazilbash
They
family is
they
prominent.
went and he helped Babur to
Mm.
form his empires, and then these people lived in Pakistan side, and from this situation we got each other on
Mm.
a uh, how to say, on a good way, I
Mm.
think. And also Azerbaijani businessman Hadzin Alabdin Tagiev,
Mm.
he sent 200,000 vaccine to
Mm.
Pakistan when there was a deadly flu, and
Mm.
he saved millions of people.
Mm.
In Azerbaijan, when in every village you can see Pakistani flag.
Mm.
It's I think we built it together with our
Mm.
governments. They are uh, not only the people, also governments. They from
Mm.
in the beginning they tried to make a base cooperation to improve the brotherhood between
Mm.
two countries. We have
Mm.
strategic partnership
Mm.
along this,
Mm.
and then this Karabakh, it was like a fire
Mm.
which really tightened our relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with you that historically we are very close allies, and we are very close uh, because both of the nations are Sufi nations.
Exactly, yes.
We both are the Sufi nations. We have Sufi culture, we have Sufi traditions, we share the history of Sufism, we share the culture of Sufism. There are so many Sufis. Still there are shrines in Azerbaijan. People are associated with them. There is Sufi poetry, which is very powerful poetry in Azerbaijan. There is, like, the Sufi culture, it's a binding force between us two nations as well.
Exactly, yes. When we say Sufi,
Yeah.
you might know Nasimi, the great
Mm,
Azerbaijani
mm,
poet,
mm.
and he's known very well in Islam world.
Yeah.
Nasimi, he was one of the great Sufi. Even Sufism stays on the foundation of our country.
Yeah.
In Safavid times,
Yeah.
our even in like we Azerbaijani people, we live the waves of Sufism. We kept it, we
Mm,
carry it to until these times.
mm.
Yes, exactly. And Sami Yusuf, this great
Yeah.
singer, his
Yeah.
actually background is from Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
He's singing one of poems of Nasimi.
Mm,
Mende sığar iki cahan, ben bu cahana sığmazam.
mm. Sami Yusuf is nowadays a brand of Sufi singing. He is a
Yes.
wonderful person, and of course, he is from Azerbaijan. Yes, we have our shared culture and heritage of Sufism, and this is wonderful. Right now, how many? This is my area of interest, and I'm very close to this topic. There are many Sufi shrines in Azerbaijan, if I am not wrong. Which
Yeah.
are the prominent Sufi shrines in Azerbaijan, and in which areas?
For example, again, I want to come back to history.
Yeah.
Uh, in 50th century, exactly on the Safavid Azerbaijan, we
Mm,
had the names like Sufis of Ardabil.
mm,
Ardabil, it's right now with Iran, the
mm,
Azerbaijanian city, it's with Iran. We have Karabakh Sufis. Karabakh was one of like a strong hold of Sufism.
Hmm.
Wherever you go, you can see the signatures of Sufism everywhere.
Hmm.
And also, we had in Shirvan side,
Hmm.
there are a lot of people, Qizilbash people, who moved from Shirvan to
Hmm.
Pakistan also.
Hmm.
Yes, I can clearly say it. It's especially, but on this 50th century, it was like a term.
Hmm.
Sufis of Karabakh, Sufis of Ardabil, they were very famous.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it was named by the city, by the names of the city, like
Hmm.
Karabakh Sufis,
Hmm.
Ardabil Sufis.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there is a message for you, brother. A very dear friend of mine, her name is Naima Hassan. She is appreciating that you joined our show, and she is saying that she has a wonderful mentor, Dr. Nazim Aghazadi
Mhm.
from Baku. And she
Mhm.
is saying her salams and regards to her and to the Azerbaijani nation.
Ve aleyküm salam. Inshallah, I will try to uh, get in touch with the doctor, and
Yeah.
I will try to say her salam with my sound.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
And what do you see? How I guess there are some announcement for Karabakh region now from your president that some special packages being offered, and now they are focusing on the development of Karabakh. What are the plans next?
Yes, it was announced by our president. Uh, Azerbaijan president is very
Sorry, we lost you, brother.
yes. I think. Can you hear me? Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Sorry, brother.
yes, brother.
Connection was disturbed, and I thought it is from your side, and it was unfortunately from my side. There was some
Yes.
technical issue, and I was continuously
Okay,
speaking
we can
about the
continue.
history of Azerbaijan and about things to get you in again. And this is good that you came again. And so, please continue where we left. We were talking about the common shared history of Azerbaijan and Pakistan.
Yes, and as your last question about which kind of development programs will go in Azerbaijan,
Yeah.
I should say that the Armenian side almost kept Karabakh as like a hell. We can say they destroyed all the buildings, and these lot of refugee from Azerbaijanian Karabakh, they should come back to their lands. Right now, the road construction things already started, and as our President Ilham Aliyev announced that there will be many, many, many amazing things like new infrastructure programs
Mm, mm,
and to improve the social wealth of people from Karabakh who will turn back. And most important was that the Karabakh problem, which Armenia created, was actually creating a problem for region. It was not only about Azerbaijan because on one side there is Turkey, Iran, Azerbaijan. Also, the regional perspective of the neighbor countries were under attack because of the problem Armenia was creating to Karabakh. And I think also foreign investment right now, a lot of countries and different companies they are intending to invest on Karabakh. I mean, inshallah, very soon we will see a paradise in Karabakh.
Inshallah, inshallah. A paradise in the paradise.
Inshallah,
Paradise of
yes.
Karabakh and the paradise of Azerbaijan.
Yes.
And there was a wonderful picture. I was very it made me thinking that when Azerbaijanis they were celebrating the victory, there is a hotel. Uh, its name is Karabakh Victory Hotel.
Hotel Karabakh Victory.
Yeah, and they displayed four flags on the front gate of their hotel. There is an Azerbaijani flag,
Okay.
Turkish flag, Pakistani flag, and Israeli flag.
Yes. I tell you something. Actually,
Yeah,
the relationship between Israel and Azerbaijan is not for today and is not against any country.
that's right.
Actually, for many 100 years ago
Hmm,
in Azerbaijan,
hmm,
when the world didn't accept Israeli people, Jews,
hmm,
Azerbaijan accepted them. They came to
hmm,
Azerbaijan, moved to Azerbaijan. They lived peacefully.
hmm,
And Azerbaijan took care of them. I mean,
hmm,
the situation which the people say it's not
hmm,
like this relationship created today. No, it dates
hmm.
100 years ago. And
That's right.
now the relationship between Azerbaijan and Israel is improved on different kind of strategic relations.
Hmm,
And even in Azerbaijan, there are many Jewish people. They live in
hmm,
Azerbaijan. They live
hmm,
peacefully. Uh,
hmm.
you know, Islam. We are Muslim,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Alhamdulillah, our religion taught us to uh, approach everyone as equal,
yeah.
and
That's
we
right.
showed this. We showed this to everyone, include Armenians. Armenians include Jewish, but Jewish they keep their they lived here peacefully, but Armenians they attacked Azerbaijan. They,
Hmm,
they played aggressively. Even though there
hmm,
are also 30,000, also there are Armenians live in Azerbaijan. We have Armenian church in Baku city.
hmm. That's
It's
right.
I can give this answer to your questions. Why people put the Israeli flag because
So I'm happy
on
about it.
this,
I'm happy about it because
you know,
Azerbaijan is a country which can bring two countries together. Like
exactly.
this was wonderful. That Turkey, Pakistan, Israel, Azerbaijan, these flags were together, and at least we have a place where we can talk with each other, where we are respected on equal level, and we all three countries, I guess, we love and respect Azerbaijan equally, and this is good thing,
It,
by the way.
exactly. Again, I want to touch it specially. Azerbaijan
Yeah.
showed this respect to
Mm.
different kind of nationalities. They lived
Yeah.
peacefully. Yeah, it's. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about today or yesterday or on the problem of Karabakh, but
Yeah.
just Armenians they played aggressive, but Jewish
Mm.
communities they lived here. They kept, they always keep their peace, and they acted well with Azerbaijani people. And some of
Mm.
these Jewish people they moved to different countries. They got a good
Mm.
position in different countries, and they
Mm.
started to help the Azerbaijan.
Mm.
It's the whole history is like this actually.
Yeah. So when are you planning to come to Pakistan, by the way?
You know, first of all, I always say that the name Pakistan is amazing. It's
Yeah.
Pak, the
Yeah.
place of Pak, Pak
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Yes, inshallah, in maybe in very close time, I'm planning
Mm.
to fly to Pakistan. I'm waiting for this corona situation to get
Mm. Yeah.
loosened
Yeah.
so that I will spend much time in Pakistan very soon,
That
inshallah.
That's right. That's right. And hopefully, after this Corona pandemic situation comes normal, I will be visiting Baku very soon, inshallah. And whenever I visit Baku, I definitely visit Karabakh. And whenever I visit Karabakh, I
inshallah.
definitely shout with my. I happily
Inshallah.
shout the victory slogan there on a mountain of Karabakh.
Inshallah. I have very close relationship with Pakistani
Hmm.
community in Azerbaijan.
Hmm.
I frequently visit them. I also invite them to my house. We
Hmm.
meet here, like if you take my close people here, they
Hmm.
are 50% is Pakistanis here.
This is
Like
wonderful.
there is also a little Pakistan. Yes,
Oh yes, oh yes. It is second home for Pakistan. It is second home. And
exactly. Yes.
we love Azerbaijan. We love the Azerbaijani community. We respect them a lot. We wish you a prosper, bright, healthy future, a great future. Not only you, but your whole nation and your country. And I'm really thankful that you joined us. Uh, it was a brotherly talk. I had a brother as a guest, and my prayers and best wishes with you and your country.
Thank you very much. I also thank your personality, also the approach you carry to bring different kind of speakers to your program. And today it's my pathway to also to be present in your program. I say um best. I want to say my best wish to the land of tigers, Pakistan. You are very strong country.
Thank
We
you.
love you. We uh, we love you as a state. We love you as a nation, and inshallah together and forever only forward.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you, brother.
Thank you a lot. Be in the place of God.
Alhamdulillah.